What's going on, people? Greetings, salutations. Invest in yourself. Put your money where your mouth is. That's the truth. That's the mantra of today, I guess. Put your money where your mouth is. Stop crying broke and complaining about things that you don't have, right? So put your money where your mouth is, investing in yourself. A couple years back, a colleague of mine, we were talking, we were having a conversation, and her and I were complaining about, not having money and being broke. It's a conversation that's all too common, right? So, it dawned on us like, well, how about we create some type of bet, right? And we bet each other that by a certain amount of time, we both have to save a certain amount of money. And if we don't come up with this amount that we both have to agree upon, right? By the time it's up, and if we come up short, we have to pay the other person a penalty fee, and a hefty one too, right? So, and everything was legit. What I mean by that, we had a written agreement, which was binding. So if any one of us fell short, we could have took one of us, each other to court if it had to go that far. But what it was, it sort of like gave us incentive on top of the penalty to save for ourselves. It forced us to save for ourselves. It forced us to treat each other and treat us as the same bills that we pay attention to and we have to pay on a regular basis. So we took the time. Every time we, earned some money, we paid attention and made sure that we paid ourselves first by putting a certain amount of money aside, right? After about a little bit of time, I would say maybe a good 3 months or 4 months, we came together and we showed each other the result, the proof of what we had, and we were in better shape than we were 3 months later than we were 3 months prior. So we invested in ourselves. And if we would have continued, because we had the choice to continue, and this was 2 years back, I think about 2 or 3 years back. If we would have continued to reinvest constantly, today we would have been sitting real pretty. Would have been sitting real pretty, shining. What I'm saying is, it's about challenging yourselves, taking the time out to understand the power of economics by way of saving for yourself, by way of put some time and effort. Instead of paying everyone else and spending on everything else, put something aside for yourself, for your future, so something could work for you. In other words, instead of depending on someone to pay your way constantly, how about you create an opportunity where you could pay your own way? You can create an opportunity where you could help others pay their way. That's all I'm saying. Investing in yourself is important. It's very important. It's not going to change. Someone said something the other day that was real crazy, and I felt a way about it too. He said, if you have a family and you're working, right? And you have to depend on that job. Let's say something happens to that job and you lose it, and you're unable to pay for your family, to pay for a home, to pay rent or a mortgage, or to pay for food to eat. He flat out said, you're less than a man. You can't, how can you even fix yourself right enough to even call yourself a man? If you have to depend on another man to pay for you and your family to live. If that doesn't move you and shake you in some type of way to know that it's important to become independent, financially independent, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. Because depending on somebody else, and the problem too is everyone can't be a boss. Everyone can't be a boss. Everyone's not designed to be a boss. You have to have your shooters. You have to have your workers, right? You have to have the people who are making things function, who are allowing things to function. If you're the head of an operation and you don't have an operation to monitor or manage, then you have nothing. But at least that body that's supposed to be following you, that body, you're the head, right? So your body should follow, right? Make sure that your body is right. Make sure that your people are right. Make sure that your people are able to do for themselves too. If it's about a challenge yourself to invest in yourself. Create a challenge with yourself, your partner, your friends, someone. And it doesn't have to be on social media, but it's about empowering each other. That's what it's about. Building each other up. 1 times 1 times 2 times 3, and then it multiplies. And before you know it, people are in a better shape as a whole than we are today. Think about what's happening right now that's going to affect you generations from now. Not even affect you, but affect your descendants generations from now. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So that's an idea that I'm going to talk to my colleague about, and we'll probably do it again because it's helpful. All right. Be well, everybody. Take care.